I just came from a meeting for this dance team that I used to be on in college, and now I'm part of the alumni advisory board, which we call the council. And so I met with the returners on the team, only the returners, not the leadership, but the returners are basically people who have been on the team before and they came back. So essentially, they're like the leaders on the team. Outside of the actual board members, the leadership, the captains, and the coordinators. So there's board, and then there's the returners, and then the newbies are the people who just joined the team. And so this was a returner-only meeting with myself and the other council members, the alumni. And it was essentially what this meeting was for, is just to help the team reflect on what's going well with the team, what's not going well, what they appreciate about the team, and then some ideas to improve the team in order to make it better. And because the point of this meeting is essentially to help the team grow and become better, because everyone in that room loves the team and wants it to improve. And so this meeting is basically to say, hey, how can we make the team better? We're all on the same page, we're all on the same team. And so as leaders on the team, a lot of the issues that seem to be at the root of all the issues tends to be leadership, like how the board of the team is running the team, like things that they do inefficiently, or maybe they're not communicating or not, being the ideal leaders or conducting themselves as leaders, right? And that's cool. And also we got to the root of the problems, or we got to some symptoms and how we can alleviate those, and what we can bring. We can discuss, bring these ideas and suggestions back to board and discuss with them how they can, improve their own leadership style and leadership, and to make the team better, right? But a key point in here is that I also let the returners know that just like with anything in life, the more you focus on the negative, the more you're going to get that. And then when you focus on the good, you get more of that. So I also, half of the meeting is saying, hey, what are our problems? How can we fix it? But also, what are the good things, and how can we appreciate those things and call those out and keep those behaviors going, right? But second thing is that, is this idea of what true leadership is. So for example, you can say all day, if you're the type of person who's always like, man, my problems in my life are someone else's fault, right? And it's like on the team. If you're a team member on a dance team or any organization, and you're always complaining about something that's someone else's fault, whether it's another team member or leadership, if you're always in that mindset of, man, all these problems are someone else's fault, what essentially you're doing is you're victimizing yourself. You're saying, I'm a victim and I have no power or control over my own situation. So it removes your responsibility and removes your power to change anything. On the flip side, when you say that all of these problems are my responsibility, and I have an authority, and I have the ability to change those situations, you're empowering yourself, and you're saying that you are responsible for those things and you can enact change. It puts you in the mindset that it gives you the capacity and the creativity to solve those problems, because now that you're responsible, you're not disempowering yourself, and you're not a victim anymore. You are a leader. And that's what I call all of those returners is, hey, you guys are leaders on the team. You guys are a majority of the team. If this whole team was like a democracy, you guys are the ruling party, because you guys not only have the experience, you've been here longer than the newbies, but you also outnumber the newbies and the board. So what you guys say goes. So I tried to really emphasize that, hey, I know you guys have all these problems, but what can you focus on, and what can you change about the team that can make the team better? Because essentially, you can't focus on what you can't control, right? What you can't control is what you can't control. But what you can control, that's something what you should be doing. So for example, you may not be able to control how a leader talks to you, or if they're being disrespectful, or if they're closed-minded, or if they're not receptive to feedback, right? But what you can control is your own attitude on the team, how you perceive the team. If you're complaining all the time, or if you're setting a good example for the newbies or the rest of your team or your returners, and if you are a positive person, and if you have a hard work ethic and you expect a good work ethic from others and only positivity, that's what you can control. You can also control how the energy you give off to other people, as in how you treat the newbies, how you conduct yourself to be positive role models for them. And also you can control the level of respect that you give to the leaders, even if you don't agree with them, and even if you think they're incompetent, or even if you think they're doing the wrong things. you can control how you treat them, because I found that it's a law of the universe that the energy you give out is what you get back. And so if you're giving out negative energy to someone, guarantee they're going to give you that negative energy back. So if you want to have positive energy from someone, you have to give out that positive energy. And so again, it goes back to focusing on what you can control only and not worrying about anything else, right? And essentially your reality is what you make it. So if you find the joy in the situation, if you find reasons to be there, if you find good things about the team and you focus on that and you set your standards high, then you will get that back. And so I challenge the returners that if the team is ever going bad in the wrong direction, I challenge them to take responsibility and say, hey, the team is not going well and it's crap right now because I am crap. I'm not. There's something else that I can do and I can improve in order to make the team better. And if the team direction is going well, if it's going in the right direction, then you can say, hey, this is going well because I'm keeping my standards high and I'm keeping my own team members and my returners accountable for keeping their standards high as well and giving out the good energy, because we all know that it's what you give out is what you get back, right? And so that's a thought for the day, is that not to play the victim, to always see yourself as the leader in your own life and even in your own organization. No matter what role you actually play, you are a leader because people will follow what you do, especially if you command that role and say, hey, no matter who I am, no matter what I do, this is the energy I put out, and people will follow that. The speed of the pack is determined by the speed of the leader and the standards of the highest person. So that's my challenge, and the thought of the day is you are in control of more than you think, and people reflect that. And also to always take responsibility for everything in your world, just like this really good book, Extreme Ownership. Take responsibility for everything and don't focus on what you can't control, only focus on what you can control. So that's thought of the day.